Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Think of this as your expert guide, one that is absolutely going to change how you plan your next American road trip. When we think of hitting the open road, right, our minds immediately go to the classics. We picture cruising down Route 66, staring out the window at towering skyscrapers, or marveling at those massive, open, big skies. We're so conditioned to look out and look up. But today we're fundamentally shifting our focus from that bright, familiar surface to the awe-inspiring mysteries of what lies beneath it. If you're a curious explorer looking to truly elevate, or actually, scratch that, deeper, your next journey, you are in exactly the right place. Get ready to completely rethink your travel map.
The travel experts over at loveexploring.com pose this brilliant, really perspective-shifting question. Have you ever thought about what lies beneath? I mean, we all know America's surface cities and scenery are absolutely spectacular. We've all taken those panoramic photos at scenic overlooks, driven the famous coastal highways, and walked the bustling downtowns. But have you ever actually stopped to think about what is literally sitting right beneath your tires as you drive? There is an entirely separate, vibrant frontier existing just out of sight, inches below the pavement. It's a world that's quietly redefining the great American road trip, offering adventures that most travelers completely miss.
So as explorers, we really face two choices when planning our itineraries. On one hand, we have Surface America. The spectacular cities and expected scenery, it's undeniably beautiful, for sure, but let's be honest, it's also kind of predictable. On the other hand, we have Underground America. This is the realm of tucked-away hidden gems and deeply unique history. Sticking only to the familiar surface means walking right past, or, well, right over, a completely hidden world of mystery. Choosing the underground means uncovering stories the average tourist just drives right past without ever knowing they exist. We're talking about stumbling into rumored Prohibition-era speakeasies sealed off for decades, or discovering century-old smugglers' tunnels carved beneath quiet downtown streets. It's just a totally different way to experience a destination.
Based on the insights from loveexploring.com, our underground itinerary really falls into 4 awe-inspiring categories. We're looking at labyrinthine caves, entirely hidden historic towns, soothing subterranean hot springs, and, believe it or not, high-speed underground zipline parks. So this right here, this is your new road trip checklist. A truly multifaceted subterranean adventure.
Let's start building this itinerary with nature's hidden mazes, labyrinthine caves. You know, when we think of national parks, towering redwoods or massive, sun-drenched canyons usually steal the spotlight. But the underground holds natural architecture that is just as breathtaking, maybe even more so. These systems are shaped over millions of years by underground rivers and slow-dripping minerals, carving out complex, echoing chambers that are literally large enough to fit entire modern skyscrapers inside them. They completely challenge our understanding of the natural world, operating in total darkness to create these alien landscapes right beneath our feet.
Our source uses a very intentional, powerful word here, labyrinthine, meaning an intricate and confusing network of passages. We aren't just talking about a simple, shallow hole in the rock that you casually shine a smartphone flashlight into. No way. We're talking about sprawling, maze-like networks. Think of passages stretching for hundreds of miles, crossing state lines, and twisting back on themselves in complete geologic chaos. These aren't places you just step into and quickly leave. They demand true, dedicated exploration. It's the kind of environment that totally humbles you, reminding you just how vast and complex the Earth truly is.
Now, this is where our journey transitions from stunning natural geography to truly fascinating human history. Exploring hidden towns is an absolute must for curious road trippers looking for off-the-beaten-path stories. Imagine walking the streets of a bustling pioneer town that time and the earth itself literally swallowed or built completely over. Think about cities that raise their street levels to avoid flooding, leaving entire blocks of storefronts, saloons, and banks perfectly preserved in a subterranean time capsule below the modern sidewalks. This is exactly where you find that gritty, unique history that simply doesn't exist up in polished, modern surface-level cities.
As loveexploring.com perfectly puts it, these cool attractions are all tucked away. You see, the real, unique history of America isn't always sitting neatly on a pristine roadside plaque next to a highway rest stop. Instead, these forgotten historic towns are quite literally tucked away beneath us, operating almost like ghosts of the past. Down here, you can see how marginalized communities lived, how ambitious merchants adapted to harsh weather, and how entire underground economies thrived completely out of sight. Uncovering them makes you feel like an active historian, peeling back the literal layers of a destination to witness a totally forgotten era.
But hey, the underground isn't purely about quiet history and ancient echoing rocks. It is also a surprisingly massive hub for unexpected recreation. We've talked about nature and history, but what about pure, unadulterated fun? The underground has been transformed into a destination for unexpected adventures, specifically focusing on subterranean hot springs and zipline parks. It completely turns the traditional concept of outdoor recreation on its head by taking it indoors and plunging it entirely underground. Just think about the sheer scale of the word subterranean, existing, occurring, or done completely under the Earth's surface. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? By applying this word to everyday leisure activities, it adds this incredible layer of geological wonder and surreal awe. You aren't just swimming in a generic hotel pool. You are engaging in a subterranean aquatic experience inside a crater formed thousands of years ago. Let's be honest, there's something delightfully strange and surreal about putting on a swimsuit and a pair of goggles just to hike deep down into the belly of a cave.
And look at the sheer variety waiting for you down here. On one end of the spectrum, you have the ultimate relaxing experience. Picture soaking in mysterious 90-degree mineral-rich water surrounded by ancient limestone walls that trap the steam and create a natural sauna. Then, on the totally opposite end, you have the thrilling, heart-pounding adrenaline rush of strapping into a harness and flying at 40 miles per hour through an illuminated underground zipline park, zipping over massive subterranean canyons in the pitch black. So, whether you're looking to intensely unwind or get your heart racing, these hidden gems absolutely have you covered.
So how do we actually put this expert guide into practice? The goal of this explainer isn't just to share a few fun trivia facts with you. It's to fundamentally challenge you to rethink your entire approach to road tripping. It is time to intentionally leave the spectacular surface behind, at least for part of your journey, and boldly challenge your GPS. By actively programming these underground stops into your travel route, you transform a standard run-of-the-mill vacation into a true multi-dimensional expedition.
Just imagine structuring your travel day completely differently to take full advantage of this. At 9 a.m., you depart the typical bright surface cities, grabbing your morning coffee as the skyline fades behind you. But by 1 p.m., instead of stopping at a generic roadside diner for lunch, you are physically descending below the pavement to uncover forgotten hidden towns, untangling a unique history that most people drive right over. And to cap off an incredible day of exploration, by 6 p.m., you're relaxing in the warm, soothing waters of a subterranean hot spring. You're deliberately shifting your focus from the surface-level scenery to the awe-inspiring historical and natural gems beneath. Now that is a road trip you will literally never forget.
So, I leave you with this final, provocative thought for your next adventure. Now that you know these incredible, labyrinthine mazes, deeply hidden historic towns, and surreal subterranean thrills are waiting right beneath your feet, will your next road trip just stay safely on the surface? Or are you going to drive right past the expected, dig a little deeper, and boldly uncover the awe-inspiring unknown? The choice, fellow explorers, is entirely yours.